my god, the flights to Mexico are so cheap right now. Let's book it. Okay, perfect. I can take off some days at work. Damn it, rainy season. So if you know this kind of situation, this video is for you. It happened to us already a couple of times. So of course we always have to do some research, but sometimes I just want to have like a quick and dirty and easy list. Which countries are good to travel to in which month? So I tried to summarize this in this video. I did some research, I read some blogs, I went through some websites and I put together like a month by month guide. So no more talking, we start straight away. January. By the way, have you subscribed yet? Okay, no pressure at all. You don't need to. And to all my 2,000 subscribers, high five. January. January is a good time to go to Australia as it's summer right now. Also New Zealand, summer right now. Norway is freaking cold right now, but it's a good time to see the northern lights. Shetland, Scotland. Here you can find the Fire Festival. South Africa, Mexico, Brazil, Ethiopia, West Indies and the Caribbean, Dominican Republic. If you're up for skiing, France, Switzerland, Austria, this would be a good place for you right now. But apart from that, try to avoid Europe as it's quite cold right now. In Madagascar and Mauritius, there is cyclone season. Also avoid Indonesia, Seychelles and Polynesia. It's rainy season. February. Burma is typhoon free right now. Northern India is typhoon free right now. Philippines, no typhoons as well. Also the whale shark season starts right now in the Philippines. Nepal is quite good for trekking. Argentina is a nice destination right now. Same as Egypt and South Africa. Maybe you want to go to Hawaii at this time of the year. And it's midsummer in Brazil. Also in February, most of the times this is the time where you can find the Brazilian carnival. Still cyclone season in Madagascar and Mauritius. Still don't go to Indonesia, Seychelles and Polynesia. March. If you plan to visit India, this is maybe a good time to go right before the monsoon season starts. The south of Europe is getting warmer and I'm really talking about the south, like Spain, southern Italy, maybe southern France. It's getting a little bit sunnier and it's still not crowded, maybe a good place to check out. In Cuba we have dry season and Argentina is still a good place to visit. Certain places in America could be a good time to visit, for example New York or Florida. Japan really depends where you want to go, but for most places they say travel season for Japan starts in March. In Kenya are some heavy rainfalls right now, so don't go. Also in Canada the winter is over, everything is like wet and dirty and mosquitoes are coming. Maybe still not the time to go to Canada. April. In Amsterdam the tulip season starts, so Netherlands, maybe a destination you should consider going to. The Balearic Islands, Greece, all places which are getting quite warm already in April, so a place you can consider going as well during this time of the year. In Central Europe the weather is quite shit actually, so you never know what you're getting. If you plan to visit Europe, try to go south. Turkey could be a destination as well in April. What about United States of America? There are a couple of places which are quite nice during this time of the year. Maybe do a road trip. The Philippines, still good weather here. Japan, the cherry blossom season starts. Mexico, perfect timing. We traveled around Mexico during April for 3 weeks. Weather was perfect. Australia is still good before winter is coming. Thailand, there is New Year's Eve, so the festival called Songkran. This is like a big water fight. But apart from that, maybe try to avoid Asia as Asia is getting quite hot right now. In Zanzibar in Tunisia, there is a heavy rainy season starting. Also South America is getting wet. Even though we traveled around Mexico in April, maybe try to find out which spots are a little bit crowded in the United States and Mexico because of spring break. If you don't want to see too many naked people, try to avoid those places. May. Europe is finally getting warmer and warmer, so now it's also the time where you can go to, let's say, Scotland, for example, England, Ireland, Croatia, Hungary, Portugal, all good places to go right now. Spring is also starting in Prague, the capital of Czech Republic, and they have a spring music festival. Philippines, Bahamas, Mexico, still good to go. If you want to go on a safari in Kenya, the prices in May are cheaper than usual. If you consider to go to Russia and if you check out the temperatures and weather conditions in Russia, the earliest month during the year would be May you want to go to Russia. I haven't been to Russia. it's on the list. Namibia, here you will find some great wildlife spots. India, Sri Lanka, it's finally over, don't go there in May. Monsoon season. Also a lot of rain in Zanzibar right now. June, it's midsummer in Scandinavia. Sweden, Finland, Norway. I went to Norway during this time of the year and the sun doesn't go down. Some people don't like it, but it's a nice experience. It's dry and there are nice temperatures in Brazil right now. Now the weather in Canada is nice, there's even Canada Day. There are festivals all over the place like the Montreal Film Festival or the International Jazz Festival. Definitely think about Canada in June. If you plan to go to Holbox in Mexico, go there in June as this is when the whale shark season, the flamingo season and the dolphin season starts on that island. In April we saw like 5 flamingos far away. In June you see them all over the place. Still don't go to India, hot and wet. Central Africa and Middle East, forget it. It's too hot now. In Cuba we have rainy season. July. Maybe think about Peru or Bolivia. It's not too warm and the rain just stopped. Indonesia is also a good choice right now. It's also a good time of the year to visit the national parks of America, and on Iceland, this is the time where you can have the best weather. But of course no northern lights as they only appear during winter. In Vietnam the high season starts during July. It's getting hot, it's getting a little bit more expensive of course. The weather conditions on the Seychelles are the best during July. In Asia the monsoon season started, so there are many countries I wouldn't go to. Check out the countries individually. Also Senegal is getting really wet right now. In the Middle East in general it's still freaking hot. August. Africa would be a good place. Peru or Tibet are good places for hiking right now. Europe, summer is finally here. So maybe if you want to check out some other places, cheaper places, think about Slovenia. You have nice weather, great landscapes, and you can travel on a budget. As many people don't go to Slovenia, they go somewhere else, so maybe check out this country. In Canada, the Salmon Run starts. It's from August to November, so a highlight. There's still a monsoon season in Asia. You can still go to Bali or some islands in the south of Indonesia as they don't get hit by the monsoon season. Middle East, still too hot. September, Europe is still perfect. Countries like Germany, Croatia, Portugal, or maybe even Ireland, Denmark as well, Belgium, nice places to visit during September. Africa is not too hot right now and you have wildlife time. Zimbabwe is dry and warm. America, Japan, Canada still on the list. Galapagos Islands would be a spot you could check out in September. Between September and May it's warmer and the sea is calmer. Also in September the turtles start to lay their eggs. It's hurricane time in the Caribbean, Central America and Asia. October. Africa in general is getting nicer. Egypt, Madagascar for example. We traveled around Madagascar during October and it was perfect. Same for Mauritius, South Africa. Southern Europe is still nice and getting cheaper again. In Mexico you have the Day of the Dead at the end of October. In Nepal you have the best weather conditions right now for hiking. And I checked out a couple of websites about China. China is a good place to go in October because the month before it's quite hot and now the weather drops. It's getting a little bit cooler but it's not too cold yet. And also for India, the best time to travel India starts right now. Don't go to Thailand right now as typhoon season starts. You don't want to go to Fiji, New Guinea or the Gulf of Mexico or the Caribbean. We have a lot of hurricanes here. November, we're getting to the end of the year. Spring starts in New Zealand. Hawaii would be a good place. Also South America, Morocco, Hong Kong. Germany if you're up for some Christmas markets. In Nepal we still have the best weather conditions for hikes. And if you go to Argentina right now, you go there before all the people are traveling to Argentina. So this would be a month where you can avoid those crowds. Also from November to February would be probably the nicest time for the Middle Eastern countries. It's not that hot anymore. December, almost made it. Mexico, Belize, again if you're someone who's up for skiing. France, Switzerland, Austria, the Caribbean, Cambodia, summer in Australia and New Zealand. Seriously, many years ago I arrived in Sydney during July and I was freezing. So December is definitely the better time to go. It's warm all over the place. You have New Year's Eve in Sydney. From December to March is a good time to visit Thailand. Also from December to April is a good time to visit Cuba. Don't go to Malaysia right now. We have some monsoon season over here. I know, a lot of information, but I hope this video helped you in a way to plan your next trip, to find out where you want to go in which month. Of course, there are many more countries I haven't even mentioned. But I tried to make that video as short as possible to give you a quick overview about travel destinations. If you like this video, please give me a thumb up. If you don't like it, give me a thumb down. Yeah, maybe thumb up would be nicer. Please post a comment if you have some other experience. If you say, I don't know, July, Thailand is awesome. Yeah, just post a comment. Let us know. Share your experience. I'm happy to read every comment. Thank you so much for watching.